We begin our journey in the far west of the county at Downham Market, which is known as the gingerbread town because of the colour of the local carstone used for many of the buildings. Apparently, the shade of ginger depends on the amount of iron oxide in the sandstone base. The Church of St Edmunds is a fine example. It stands on a raised position overlooking the flat fenlands to the west, and similar to the town itself, it probably had Anglo-Saxon origins. It was rebuilt in the 13th century and then extensively altered in the 15th and 16th centuries. St Edmund himself lends his name to many churches and places in Norfolk and beyond, as he is claimed to be the last king of East Anglia and a martyr. In fact, he was so important to the Saxons that for many centuries he was the patron saint of all England, until that role was bequeathed to St George in 1350. A good place to begin a tour of Downham Market is at the town's sign, which was erected in 1965 to celebrate the Golden Jubilee of the Women's Institute. At the top you will see a crown and arrows, the symbol of St Edmund, and two horses to illustrate the importance of the annual St Winold Horse Fair. This event, which was held up until the Second World War, was the third largest of its type in Europe. St Winold himself is depicted on the northern face of the monument, while the other side contains the image of a young Horatio Nelson sailing toy boats on the river. A local legend claims that for a time this Norfolk hero attended a school here, although there is no corroborative evidence to support this. The town has many buildings of historical note, such as Priory House, which dates from the 17th century. How it got its name is unclear, as there is no documentation proving that an actual priory ever existed here. Then there is the old courthouse, which was built by architect Charles Reeves in 1850 in the Grand Italianate style. It originally served as a county court and later a magistrate's court. It heard its last case in 1992 and is now a private residence. This pair of gatehouses at the entrance to Court Gardens are all that now remain of the Union Workhouse, built in 1837 and demolished in 1969. The building which stood here previously was designed by William John Donthorne, who was one of the founders of what became the Royal Institute of British Architects. Another relic from the 17th century is the Castle Hotel, with its distinctive battlemented parapet. In bygone days, its patrons would stay here to take part in hunting, shooting and fishing trips. The hotel even had its own transport to take visitors to and from the railway station or out on shooting parties.